Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to draw an isometric circle quickly. Alright, first thing that I want you to do is, okay, we're going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw it at the top here. And let's say it's going to be a radius of 20, okay, or a diameter of 40. Okay, so at the top on your paper, on a clean sheet of paper, just draw a circle of radius 20, diameter 40. Okay, so let's call this your auxiliary view for this practice. Alright, so next thing that I'm quickly going to do, I'm going to draw center lines inside. Alright, because then I know where my middle point is. And just for neatness purposes to show you, okay? And then I want you to draw a square around your circle. Right, so go on to the edges of the circle and draw a little square. I'm going to do mine in pencil because it's just easier then. It's not really compulsory, all right? This is just to help you. Now, this is the thing about anything isometric. When you struggle with something, with auxiliaries especially, you know, all you need to do is you draw a little box around your shape that needs to be an auxiliary view, or that needs to be three-dimensional in the actual drawing, all right? Because then you know how to draw the box, and then you can work from size and things like that. All right, anyway, so that's my circle. Now I'm going to draw a little cube. A three-dimensional cube, okay, or three-dimensional square. Use 40 millimeters as the measurement for each side. So I'm going to do it in black pen. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 40 millimeter on the left. All right. Remember, you need to be on a 30 degrees angle. That's the important thing. Right, and there's 10. Here we go. And I'm going to go 40 up as well. Alright, the important thing is be very, very accurate with your measurements. Okay, because if you're not accurate, then your circle inside is going to be very wonky. And it's okay for practicing purposes, alright? It's not the end of the world, but when you actually do the drawing itself, it needs to be accurate and straightforward. Okay, alright, and on this side I'm going to do the same. I'm trying to my best to be accurate here, but I can't really look at it from straight ahead on top. So I'm eyeballing it a little bit right now. Okay, and on this side as well. Let's just measure because I see my corner there is not very accurate. So there we go. Let's make a little mark, and now I move it down. Okay, there we go. So this line is off. Look at that. Okay, you see how my one line is off, but it's fine. Okay, for this purpose, it's not really the most important thing. Okay, now I want you to divide your cube in half, so 20, 20, 20, 20, to get center lines. Okay, I'm going to show you why now. But the center lines are quite important for this one. All right, and you need to, again, be very accurate. Okay, I'm going to do mine in pencil. Or let's do it in red pen so you can see the differences between construction lines. All right, this should be construction lines. Okay. There we go. All right, so first things first. Now we actually do the circle. From the furthest corner to the closest corner to you on the right, or it can be on the left depending on where your circle needs to be. Anyway, from the one corner to the next, draw the longest line you can inside the box. So remember, it's not going to be at a specific angle. Okay, I'm just using this as a ruler. I'm not using it to get the degrees. All right, then for more construction lines, now we're going to draw a line from my top corner on this side to my center line. Okay, construction lines. Mine's blue just to show you the differences. Okay, so there we go. All right. Now, once you have these, the important points will be the following. Okay, so firstly, it's going to be this point here, it's going to be this point here, and it's going to be the corners. All right, so first thing we're going to do on this side, take your compass, sharp point on the intersection there, pencil on the center line and the top line. Okay, let me show you from above. There we go. So pencil there, sharp point there. In theory and in practice, this should be lining up. Okay, these two should be exactly correct. The distance between this one should be the same as this one. All right, so let's quickly draw a little circle, and you stop and begin with your center lines. Okay, there we go. The same on the other side. In theory and in practice, this distance should be the same as the one at the top. And again, you take it from one center line to the next center line. Right, there we go. All right, next step. Now we're going to use the corners, okay? So I'm going to do the top one first. Sharp point at the top corner there, pencil on the center line at the bottom. So basically we're going to finish the circle. You'll see this is very similar, or it's making me think a lot about the ellipse. It's because it's more or less the same kind of idea. All right, all we're doing is we are going to draw it like so. There we go. And exactly on the other side. You'll see mine is a bit wonky, and that's okay. Wonky is still doable for the teaching purposes. Oh, I'll move my compass. Anyway, so what I just did is I put my sharp point on the green, this corner there, all right, and I drew this line by using the distance on this side here, all right, and I did the same on the opposite side. Okay, sharp point on this corner here, and pencil on the distance from my center line, and I just drew it from one center line to the next. That is it. That's all you need to do. All right, let's do this side now. Okay, basically the same steps. All right, firstly, I'm going to get my center lines. I'm going to do it in red again for you, so you can see. Okay, center line, and then center line for this one. Okay. And then I'm just going to get my long line. So again, the longest line you can possibly make on this block. So it's not from this side to this side. Okay, that's very short. So take it from this side to this side. Right. Okay, so once you have that, remember now we're going to work from this center line all the way to this corner here. All right.
Hey.
Let's quickly do that. Center line, corner. All right, center line, corner. Like so, okay? Remember now you need to keep your brain together. All right, so we just wanted this corner, well, this line, and we want the distance from our center line there. All right, and we are just going to make a little circle. Start and finish at your center lines. Sharp one on this side, pencil on the corner on the center line again, and you take it to this other side. Okay, and then sharp one on this corner to get the opposite line, pencil on the center line. There we go. Sharp point on this side, pencil on this side. Ooh, mine's not matching up on this one, but it's fine. Right, there we go. Now we're going to do the top quickly. Now in this case, remember, no matter what direction you're going, I'm going to do this a bit closer so you can see exactly clearly. It doesn't matter, if you're doing this side, or this side, all right? The important thing is you start off with drawing your first line. That's the longest possible line in your block. Okay, I'm going to do this like so, all right? And then quickly my center lines. Now I already have the center lines of the other, so I'm just going to use the distances that I have there already. And I'm just going to copy it to these ones. All right, like so. All right, now remember the side lines, these lines, that's from the obtuse to the side, or the center line, is going to be opposite direction, right? So if this one goes this way, this one's going that way. All right, so let's quickly do that. I'm taking it from here to there. All right, let me just get the right pen color. All right, here, here to my center line. and the same, yeah, same here to my center line. There we go, guys. All right, now sharp point, pencil, circle. Okay, sharp point. Ooh. Oh, no. You see, I'm also getting confused with my lines now. All right, pencil. There we go. Good thing I have color. All right. Then sharp point. Ooh, opposite corner. Pencil on the line of my center. There we go. And all I'm doing is I'm going to draw a circle like so. Oops. Now you see the one side is wonky. It's always the one. Have you seen this? Here, yeah, here, there, and there. That means one of my lines are very off. It's okay though. We are taking it as it goes. The whole principle is there. All right, and there we go. Okay, this is a very, very bad example of how a circle should be, but I hope this helps.